to yet another episode of Tales from the Tidewater, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast. I am your Dungeon Master, Alan Lane, and with me are the rest of Marv's Monster Maintenance crew, and they will introduce themselves as such.
Hello, I am Buzz. I'll be playing Timothy.
I'm Les. I play Athena.
My name's Rachel, and I play as Hope.
My name is Astro, and I play Assam.
And I play everybody else. And we will actually get back to one of at least a cast favorite character this week. We will get back to our very own Marv, because we haven't had an episode with Marv in probably like 3 months at this point. All right, so it has been last episode. We just kind of did a little check-in with everybody to see what they were doing after the events of the Pea Patch Island job, and so it has now been it's probably the week that Monday after that. Those two, that last session where we kind of had those little interludes. A lot of them happened on the weekend. It seemed like they all happened in like a 1 or 2 day period. So it is Monday morning. We are back at Marv's. He was actually beat you to the office this morning, and which I know Rachel's making a face, and you come in and the lights are on. Craig's actually already there, kind of like working at the center console. I'm gonna say receptionist like area where people would check out videos previously, because for anybody who's not aware, Marv's Monster Maintenance formerly used to be a Blockbuster way back in the day. So, old cans of Marv's proprietary monster repellent still untouched on the shelves. Old newspaper articles, pinned to the wall, good like 10, 15 years old. But we lost Buzz. Hopefully it was nothing too serious. But
He's switching to downstairs.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But most importantly, there is actually a fresh newspaper clipping up on the wall from your recent efforts at Pea Patch Island, and it is put right in the center of the wall. The rest of the newspaper clippings have been moved around to put focus on it. It's even got a frame around the article. It's a little like snap together frame from like Walmart or something like that. But still, it is notable, and you don't actually see Marv in. I said Marv beat you here. The only reason you know that is because his Jeep was already outside, but you don't actually see him in there. And Craig comes in like, "Oh, well, welcome back. It's a good Monday morning. I'm glad y'all are here, and the boss is actually waiting back in the break room for you." And
Right.
do we want to hold on a second for Fuzz to come back? I think.
Yeah. I think Hope is actually going to go take a look at the article itself and just admire it for a moment, just as like a good feeling.
Yeah. So it's an article from the Tidewater Times, or as the T Squared, as we dubbed it last episode, and it's just basically talking about like how this former I'm trying to think of a good way to word this. Formerly renowned monster control agency is the big heroes of the hour. Taking care of basically kind of opening up this big can of worms about did you all report the canister to like I assume that, like that they probably turned it in to the authorities like when they came in afterwards.
I was gonna say, like, since we left it there, it's probably like in evidence at this
Yeah.
point, you know?
So the big hubbub is that Vale Corp is kind of
Kind of under fire maybe for
yes. Excuse me.
being at
apologize
all
for that.
even tangentially involved.
Yeah. So there's the big story is that like you've kind of like basically torn off the rug off of like what seems to be like a big like investigation into Vale Corp's arcane disposal businesses, and you all have just been like it's been a regular occurrence for you all to have people like reporters coming by and like talking to Marv and like basically whoever happens to be in there. You all go through across various through various tasks and stuff like that. Do you mean to be on push to talk, Fuzz? Okay. Yeah, just the only reason I ask is I heard your vape. And so you all basically, it's a well written article, a lot higher praise than is usually written about in the paper. And so you all make your way back to the break room where Marv is sitting, and he's like, "Okay, I gotta remember Marv's voice. It's been a while."
Just think grizzly, like Crystal.
Crystal
Like a grizzly stoner.
is like, you guys did a great job. It's been a good couple of weeks here. Just remember, shitty Beetlejuice."
There you go. Fucking nailed it.
And he's like, I know I'm not the easiest person to work for sometimes, but you all really, really pulled through for me on this last job. In payment, in addition to actually paying you, which I do. We've had this argument many times, but I do pay you. You'll see that I actually got you some proper coffee for the Keurig.
Victory is ours.
Whoa! Oh my God, Marv! What made you change your mind?
Well, I had a lot more hair the last time that I had an article about our little company here in the T squared. So you all earned it. So enjoy. And he's actually not. He doesn't. He actually has brought in. Beyond that, he has brought in like a box of cinnamon rolls from a local bakery, which you actually recognize from Elmwoods.
Awesome.
It's also a bakery now, so.
I mean, what coffee shop isn't also a bakery?
Natch.
Naturally. So, yeah. So that's you all are doing good work. We've got a couple of contracts in the works, but nothing super big right now. We actually have just like a little like personal like little more personal task for you all to kind of handle in the meantime. I was hoping you could actually help Craig out because he's actually got some stuff that he's actually gonna bring up to y'all, and at the mention of his name, you hear Craig come in. And he's like, "Well, as y'all know, I'm from over by the Greenwood." The Greenwood being a large stretch of primeval forest that stretches from north to south on the western side of the state, basically providing a natural barrier besides the bay that separates the eastern shore of Maryland to the rest of the state. Anybody who actually lives in Delaware is probably chuckling at the fact that I've made the Greenwood a primeval like forest. It's just like a little.
I actually live there.
Oh, do you live in Greenwood?
I live along that line. Yeah.
Oh,
well,
okay.
not Greenwood, but
Yeah,
I'm like 5 minutes from the border.
yeah. I knew you lived over that way because I think I passed. Anyway, I've been by your house before, or at least where you were, if it's the same place. But well, yeah. So we've actually got a little bit of a. Well, as you know, I am a wereowlbear. good on you all for not killing me when we did our employee orientation. That was real good. Are you all right there, Rachel?
just seeing Craig like probably making eye contact like with Hope and Tim, the one with the gun.
They were basically like rubber bullets, but still, they still hurt. They still really hurt.
I still shot him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of signed on for that.
I mean, force damage ain't no bitch.
No.
So.
Craig is a trooper.
I also want to like paint a picture for you about Craig because I know we've kind of vaguely described him. Have any of you all read the Fables comic by Bill Willingham? I think that's the name. So, do you know Fly Swatter or Fly? He's like the frog prince, basically. He's the janitor at the Woodlands building. Like large mop of like hair, like little like scraggly like Shaggy goat. He kind of looks like Shaggy from Scooby Doo, but that's kind of like what he is. But you can actually see his eyes and stuff. He's got kind of like a mop of hair, real skinny fella. You know.
Yep, got it.
That's kind of.
I'm gonna throw a picture down in the content creator in our general chat.
That's also probably a good reference point of like. If you weren't familiar with like the type of outfits that you all wear for work, that his outfit that he appears in Fables is very similar to that. I think a lot of the time. I could be wrong. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there you go. The mop of hair and the backwards baseball cap look too.
Sure, he can have a backwards baseball cap, but it's like a snapback like trucker hat type thing, like with the mesh in the back. Well. I'm not gonna change that much about Greenwood. Greenwood is in that part of the state. I mean, most of the state of Delaware is pretty redneck. I'm not gonna lie, unless you're at like the beach or Newcastle. Those are pretty much the only two like havens of like non like hillbilly-ish area, more or less. Like that, like there's like a really big like LGBT like community and like ritzy like retiree area down at the beach, and then there's like Newcastle County is like Philadelphia extended almost, like it's like a very like urban area, but so the rest of it is pretty rural, like farmers, stuff like that. But he's like, well, yeah. So as like I said, I'm we're Albert. Yeah, we got over that. And so I'm from over by the Greenwood, and so we've kind of got a little issue of. There's I don't know if you know this about the Greenwood, but it's kind of like a magic forest. And, magic forests tend to have magic things that kind of live in them. So, my kin over that way, they've kind of been having some run-ins with some of the Fey persuasion. I'm going to try this again. One more time. The Fey persuasion. Now, that shouldn't have been that hard of a word for me, but it was. So... yeah, if we could really use the help over there, and I think like they know a lot of folks over in this area. So I think that would just really help the business. Maybe they'd probably be willing to pay a little bit. I'm not that close to them since I moved out of that area. I'm based more over here now, but I think it would be good to get spread the name a little bit over to the other portions of the state.
And these are friends of yours or family?
No, they're family. So there's more. Okay. There's more were owlbears. My whole family. It's actually I wasn't bit by no owlbear. It's actually a lineage thing. It's in the blood.
The owlbear runs strong within his line.
Yeah, that's actually what it says on our ancestral home. It says it right on a wooden sign.
Oh no. It's really funny.
I love Craig. Craig is my I love the voice that I've come up with for him. It's just like this.
He makes me think of the swamp benders from Avatar.
It's
God.
Craig's voice strikes me as somehow puberty not finished.
I am almost like pulling a little bit of like Homsar from HomestarRunner.com. I don't know if anybody's from. I think Fuzz might be.
Yeah, like Homestar.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I'm the captain of the gravy train. That's basically like where my original inspiration for his voice came, because I was like, I need like warbly redneck, like hillbilly is like what I was kind of going for there. We're dating ourselves because not like probably younger people have no idea what we're talking about because Homestar.
Homestar the owl bear.
But yeah. So I think I don't know a whole lot of the details. Like they just sent me a fax. You know, they're kind of a little technologically behind back there. They don't have a whole much in the ways of magic, and they don't have no email either. So I don't know if y'all would be like we have to actually kind of man the fort here, Marv and I, because since you all did so good up there in Fort Delaware. We've actually had lots of, like you said, lots of contracts coming in. Isn't that right, Marv? Yeah, that's right. That's right, Craig. It's me. It's me, Marv. I should talk some more here. I gotta have like vocal acting whiplash here.
Hope actually looks at Craig and goes, "Wait, you got the fax machine to work?"
Oh yeah, well we actually got one of them combo ones, so we got rid of the old one that was just a fax machine, and we actually got a scanner printer fax machine combo.
Well, that's good, because man, that old fax machine, I still bet that thing was cursed.
Yeah, it probably was that job we did with them warlocks back in 06.
Yeah, you'll have to remind me of the details of that sometime. Anyway, we should probably get on the road.
We literally can't. They cursed us, so we can't bring up any of the details. So don't ask about it. I think I broke Rachel.
I think so too. All right, everyone pile in the van. I'll drive so Rachel can continue laughing, or Hope can continue laughing. And we'll go break the curse of the fax machine.
No, we're not dealing with the fax machine. This is a different...
I know. I'm sorry. I just thought it would be funny.
It is
and I was right.
Golly.
Oh, God, I got tears in my eyes.
Maybe we'll have to do a one-shot of, like, episode of a flashback of, like, the Warlock incident of 06.
That would be phenomenal. Anyways.
Yeah.
I'm here for those snippets. I'm super here for snippets like that.
Well, I think that's, like, like, narrative aside, I think that's something I've been trying to incorporate into, like, the episodes as we've gone on, because instead of just, like, I know one of the big not complaints, but one of the big comments that you all had for the end of the Peach Island arc was that it was just a lot of combat, and that's I'm trying to make there be more interaction type stuff, because I think we nailed that with the little scenes we did in last episode, because I think those are a little more character moments, and I think that's what really makes Dungeons and Dragons what it is, and not just like rolling dice. At that point,
especially for a show like this.
Definitely. I'm super into it. That's and I really do, just like to take us out of the moment a little bit more, like keep us out there for a second, is like I love what you do with the little snippets that I throw in, because I really do try to like not mess with you, but just like see what you'll do with something that I say, and it's always gold. I freaking love it.
It's like a fastball special. Like you're Colossus and I'm Wolverine, and you're just throwing me at something.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love it when you all throw me that kind of stuff, because basically it's a little bit more of a cooperative effort. And it's like not just me like regurgitating like a line of text that I wrote like hurriedly on my lunch break, like trying to write plot out. It's like a little more like, oh, this Fuzz gave me this little bit, and then Rachel gave me this little bit, and it's like we build this world together. And I think that's a lot more interesting than just me pushing all of like what I've written.
This is like such a super heartwarming moment as we all like pile into the van. We're all like thinking of like, oh, we've all grown as people, and it's only been a few short weeks.
Yeah, it's real cool. So Tim is driving. You all are headed over to the Greenwood. Which Craig reminded you, like, you don't want to forget, your iron. The Fey folk, they definitely are definitely opposed to the iron. And so there's stuff in the warehouse, the stock room that you all can grab. That basically you have plenty of stuff.
Some like iron charms and stuff.
Yeah, like stuff that you can like wear around, just so that you can't get got as easy.
Yeah. Cool.
Anyway, so you guys all head over. I'm just trying to. Okay, I was like freaked out for a second. Like, oh wait, did I hit record? But I did. I'm good.
No.
I do that
Man.
I'm pretty sure I do that every stream. I like, have this like panic attack. I'm like, wait. You all get over, and so they're. Oh, we need a last name for Craig. What's a good last name for Craig? Because we need to basically, all need to head to Craig's homestead, where his kin lives.
Are we 100% sure that Craig's last name is not just Owlbear?
Yeah, I think that would be a little bit on the nose, considering you all didn't know that he was a Owlbear before episode 1.
All right, give me a few minutes. I'll find something.
No, wait, we can workshop. It doesn't have to be right now. So we head out to the I was thinking like maybe Jenkins or something.
Grizzles?
Grizzles?
I don't know where that came.
I don't know. It's not important. But y'all basically, it takes you it's about I'm trying to think about my geography here. It's about a 45-minute drive. Because you gotta go, not quite as far as Dover, but you're going a little more west, basically. You're trying to ride in the van. So do you guys have any conversation on the way over? Like, what's playing on the radio? Like, you all are feeling pretty good about yourselves, like, about how you've done recently.
I can't believe he got us good coffee.
I know. It's so unlike him. Like, I was actually worried that maybe he'd been, like, replaced. But then he started talking, and I was pretty sure it was him. Like, no one else talks like that.
One of the cinnamon rolls was gone, so it was definitely him.
Oh, got it. Okay, yeah.
He's, look, Marv's not perfect.
Now, does everyone have their iron on? I don't want another incident like back when I was overseas. We had to run in with those phase, and poor Jimmy. And then Timmy just deadpan just stops and just stares out the window driving.
Oh, no.
I guess I should address this. Does anything that happened with over in last episode with y'all's individual scenes, does any of that get talked about between any of the characters or not? Because I could see
Go ahead.
I could see maybe Hope talking to Athena about the new resident, and I could also see maybe Sam maybe bringing up what he found out about the horse. So I wasn't sure if any of that stuff was stuff that you had talked about prior to getting this day being in the van, or if this was the time because a lot has happened. Especially with what about Vale Corp, especially on Sam's end, for you two being roommates, and they were roommates or neighbors, and they were neighbors.
Let's hit those high points in that order maybe. So Hope's gonna be just talking to Athena and being like, yeah, have you even seen this Henry guy? And there's been nothing weird going on with your apartment, right? Nothing weird.
Just to clarify, he did have a plate of brownies or cookies for everybody on your hallway.
Oh no, for sure.
I just wanted to make sure that Les knew that, so that it wasn't oh no, I didn't get anything like that. And Hope's
yeah. Henry doesn't like you like he likes the rest of us. What? No,
That's
nothing
fine.
like that.
I'll mess up his apartment later. Anyway,
Just punch through his door and punch him in the butt.
I will punch you right in the butt.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's this Henry, but like, have you seen him around at all? Like,
I don't think I have.
okay.
Have I noticed anyone new around?
I mean, yeah, there were like moving trucks like a couple weeks ago, I think, like a week or two ago, but like, I don't know, people move in and out all the time, so.
Yeah. I think it's weird that he gave us food. Like that's like.
I mean, I ate them; they were fine.
I mean, I ate them too.
Oh, okay.
I think-
okay.
No, I just like it's just weird. That's like some old people do.
I
He's
think-
old.
I think it's more weird, probably for you all, that you would like. You assume, like, from what you've experienced, that it's usually the other way around how that happens. Like, usually the people that live there already bring baked goods or food to the new person moving in, not the other way around. That's what probably strikes you the
Yeah.
weirdest about it.
Yeah, well, and Hope is kind of like, well, I mean, I can't be bought with food, but I can kind of be bought with food. So I mean, you know,
Saying you feed me enough, I'll stay.
yeah, it's just that it was like the coincidence of the thing that like the cookies are being dropped off like the day that my apartment is unlocked when I come home, like careless.
No, yeah, I'm coming over when we go back. I just want to check out some things.
What
Yeah.
apartment does he live in? No reason.
Okay.
No, I mean I'm going to go to Hope's
I-
apartment and just kind of like
yeah.
check out like the lock, see if it's been picked, you know, things like that. Just to make sure.
Well, I mean, I've
if
used it
you
since
actually
then,
were-
unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, you were gone, so otherwise I would have probably come over.
Man, 'cause that's
Yeah, but yeah, we can check it out.
yeah. We'll check it out, and I'm gonna keep an eye out. That might
Appreciate it.
be
Appreciate it.
a project. Just check out his apartment when he's not there one day. It'll be fine.
I like
It'll be
this
great.
plan.
Yeah, it'd be great. See if he has like a bunch of pictures of you on his wall.
Not a word to Kenzie. I won't say anything.
I won't.
All right, cool.
Okay.
That's kind of the end of that conversation, I guess.
All the while, like, Tim is just, like, straight up, like, still staring out into the window.
Poor Jimmy.
Tim, you okay over there?
What? Yeah. I'm fine.
Okay.
Just like, what is it?
Okay.
The meme of helicopters like fading in over top of like the image of him driving, like flashbacks to like war.
Flashbacks to just like Faye carrying Jimmy off to somewhere else, wherever their world is.
Yeah, it's just
Like
like
even now, Tim can't look at mushrooms.
Wait. Oh no. Oh
What?
no. Okay. We'll just keep an eye out for any circles,
Yeah.
on the ground. We're not stepping in those.
Don't step in anything circular.
Actually,
Don't-
yeah. Hope is gonna
Don't
do.
take anything offered to you.
yeah, it is funny
and,
that
and make sure you don't use your real names at this point. Yeah, we're like actually gonna do a little face safety briefing on the way up there. I
Ooh,
feel
that's a good
like
idea. What
Yeah.
what knowledge skill
Yeah,
would
that's a
Faye
very good
fall
idea.
under?
I would say that would probably go under nature.
Okay, I will do a.
Because they're very much like creatures
Natural
of
insight.
natural magic.
Is that for everybody or?
I feel like if Tim and I are working together and Tim wants to make the roll, he could make it with advantage? Question mark.
I'm just hearing whatever like children's cartoon is going on in the background.
Oh, how did it get off of push to
Oh,
talk?
no.
What the heck?
It's probably your cat probably
Oh,
stepped
I know what
on
it
it.
was. That's what it was. Ragnarok had her paw on the push to talk
Ragnarok. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Womp womp womp.
Trust me, Leo is eternally has our one Echo Dot, Amazon Dot, just eternally fucked up because it sits on a bookshelf because we don't like having it right by where we sit because it's loud and plays the music out of it. So, but it's also right next to the front door. So he goes and jumps up there and he sits his butt right on top of the Echo Dots, and so he fucks up the connection to the internet on them all the time. And they're like, "We can't connect right now." Yeah, because you just had cat ass all over you all day while we were at work. But I would say that Fuzz, with your knowledge, I would say inherently, you already are proficient in nature, right?
Yeah, your favorite enemy is the Fae. So you know.
I'm not hearing you, Fuzz.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Yeah, my passive nature is 13.
Is it a proficient skill for you though? Is that one of your skills? I can't hear you, Fuzz.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That's also part of it. Is I forgot that since I switched to downstairs to be near the kid, I had to switch to my Chromebook, which I have to be on Discord tab to push to talk. But yes, it is a proficient skill.
Okay. I would say with what you've kind of made up again on kind of on the spot with your background with the Fae, I would say that you would probably I would let you make that roll with advantage, without even Rachel helping.
Well, and so he gets advantage on wisdom survival checks to track favorite enemies. And
Faye is not one of my favorite enemies, though.
Oh, it's not.
No, I was just saying that because of his experience.
Right. Okay, gotcha.
Down.
But if he's actually a ranger, favorite enemy's a thing. Anyways, okay.
Yeah. So go ahead and.
So my roll with advantage is an 18.
Yeah. So I think you would be able to tell that the main things that you need to focus on are, not giving any creature your real name, making sure that you have pieces of iron on you.
Don't take anything from anybody.
Yes, don't take any
don't
objects.
Eat anything.
Don't eat anything that's offered to you.
I'll give you your safety snacks. Only eat the snacks that I gave you.
And don't step into any circles that may appear. Circles are a good way to get captured.
Hell yeah, we actually hit all the high points. Nice.
Yeah, I can't remember if salt is a thing with the Fae or if that might just be a ghost thing.
That sounds like a
ghost thing.
I think that's the phasmophobia thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which reminds me, I need to play that again at some point.
Yeah, we should do that.
So yeah, that's kind of what you remember. So you can kind of maybe you all spend the part of your ride going over maybe having fake names to be go by while you're over there. So you can coordinate with one another. So what is everybody's fake names that they're using while they're over here?
Do I need one?
Is Athena your real name?
I would say that because it is something that you identify as and you use as something that you are. Yeah, okay. A name has more power than just legal name. It is if it is something that identifies you as part of your identity, I would say that it could be used against you.
Okay,
that's how I'm going to view it.
Okay.
So to answer your question, yes.
Let's just go with animals. What is your favorite animal?
Bear.
There you go. Athena.
Oh shoot.
An eagle maybe? Or falcon?
Owl.
Yeah.
Owl would make a sense for Athena.
Owl would make a lot of sense. Okay.
That'll work. I'll go with owl.
Oh fuck, what's mine? Some you go first.
I'm gonna go with panther.
Okay.
Kitty cat.
Any suggestions?
Let me.
What's the first animal that you can see a picture of from where you are? I don't know.
Scavenger hunt.
How about let me give you an idea here. How about a hound, like a
Okay.
dog?
Sure. That works. Hound.
Okay.
All right. So bear, owl.
I mean,
I
that
should
would
say
work
bear and
too.
owl at the same time, and out came barrel.
I do have a barrel.
No. So we meant bear, owl, panther, and hound. Got it. Perfect. Having 3 names for each person isn't going to be confusing at all, especially when one of the people we're playing with has like 16 names, so it'll be fine.
Also, it shows that one of us is bear, one of us is owl, and we're going to owl bear country.
No, we didn't do that on purpose.
That's funny.
I know we didn't, but
That's very amusing.
Oh God.
Let's roll with it.
I think,
Let's roll. I think this has potential. Let's go.
Also, I think I dropped a name suggestion in our general, Alan. I
Okay.
said Eulenberger
For
Craig
what?
Eulenberger.
Oh, for the
for
last name.
the
Yeah,
Craig's name.
I love
Craig's
that.
family name.
That is great.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love it.
Craig Eulenberger.
Eulenberger. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, you all are. Do you get a chance? Maybe we'll say we spent a lot of time in the van here. Maybe we'll go over the bit with the horses at another time. Maybe on another car ride.
Yeah.
And so you all finally pull up, and you get to Eulenberger Homestead, where it says the owl bear runs deep in our blood, right on a wooden sign. It's kind of like a. So you get there, and it's actually like. It looks like that they'd kind of have like set up shop as kind of like a tannery. Like, so they kind of like do a lot of like, you kind of get the feeling that they do a lot of like outdoors like game hunting, and they kind of make their living based off that. So, which is a pretty common thing you will see. Like, there's a lot of people that do make their living off of like hunting in Delaware.
Mhm.
Sorry, I was looking at my watch band for some reason. And so you pull on up, and I'm picturing is like they've kind of got like a I don't know why I pictured like a log cabin tile house, so maybe that's what they have, and like a kind of like another very similarly built like kind of log fence. I'm almost picturing like Lon Lon Ranch from Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time kind of situation, but it's like butted up right up against the woods.
Nice.
So like they kind of have like a little it is like they have like a house, but they also have like I'm gonna say storefront where they they do other stuff besides like sell like game, but they like probably
like a general store kind of deal.
Yeah, like it's just like it's like kind of a stopping point before you go, because it's like kind of a big deal to go through the Greenwood. There's not really a good driving. The driving, there is a road for vehicles to go through, but it's not frequently used. Basically, most people, to get over on the other side of it, they pay a wizard or somebody to like use one of the teleportation circles that takes them to one of the major cities like Tidewater or Baltimore or Annapolis or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a thing that we can set up. But
nice.
But Marv doesn't typically spring for that for you all. But y'all also don't typically do a whole lot of jobs over in those types of areas, so that's also part of it. So you pull up, and it's pull in the parking lot. You get out. It's been a little bit of a long drive. You all stretch your legs a little bit, and there's nobody out actually, because it's like it's like right before lunchtime, like maybe like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. You all don't start at the office until like 8 o'clock or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's by the time you got like sat and had your coffee and like talked with like Craig and Marv, you kind of got on, and you got on the road, had to stop for gas, because of course there wasn't gas in it. Marv's not perfect.
Stop for gas, second breakfast, third coffee.
Yeah. Is Tim a big proponent of second breakfast?
Yes.
And so
Gotta get those Wawa breakfast sandwiches in.
oh yeah, for sure. There's definitely Wawa still in this universe.
Yes.
The best gas station.
Yes.
And
Could you imagine how awesome Magical Wawa would be?
Oh great. Like
Ooh. Oh man.
I'm ready to fight people in the chat about them. Like I'm like no, Sheets is the best, or Royal Farms, or I don't really know what else there is besides those three, but Wawa's the best.
There's nothing to compare to Wawa. Let's be honest.
People from Pennsylvania and West Virginia would argue about Sheets for sure, but
there's not a Sheets close enough to me to like really be that familiar with it.
Yeah.
But it seems like each gas station that people say is the best, it's the best because of like one specific thing that person just likes the best.
I think Sheets is best if you're like either hungover or like stoned, it seems like, because like most of their food is just like grease and cheese filled and like I don't know.
Sheets has tater tots, and I'll give them a lot of points for having tater tots.
Yeah, but Wawa has mozzarella sticks all day long.
Oh my god. Well,
I think Sheets
Wawa
does
has
probably
the best
too.
quesadillas, so the best part about our new place, there's a Wawa 5 minutes down the road.
Same. I mean, I live in Milford, and there's
Nice.
a Wawa right in Milford. There's Wawas all over the place in Delaware.
In Northern Virginia, Wawas are not a thing, so this is probably like the closest one in Nova, like period.
Okay. Yeah, they have an amazing their Thanksgiving turkey sandwich, the Gobbler, is fantastic.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So, anyways, we stretch our legs.
So
I just want to make a side note. So the local pizza place here in Delaware is called Grotto's. Like they do like the swirl pizza. They apparently have put out one for Thanksgiving that is like turkey and stuffing, and it has like a swirl of like cranberry like something as the sauce, and I kind of really want to try it. I'll have to send a link of it to y'all in our Facebook chat later, so you can like bask in this.
Please do.
But anyway, yeah, you pull up. There's a couple people. I would say that there's probably a gas station here too, though not many people like frequent it these days. Like I said, the road trails are usually not traversed very much going through the Greenwood, and I just mainly for the threat of like, fae and other types of creatures, that might impair your ability to go through. So you basically see the storefront, and I think that's probably where I think that's where Craig would tell you that you would find his brother, who is kind of the one in charge over there, as his father had passed.
The elder Eulenberger.
The eldest Eulenberger is now his brother. His brother Barner.
So is he a barn owl bear?
Barner Eulenberger is a hell of a name.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, I'm trying to get my voice for him done ahead of time. It's just gonna be like Craig's but deeper.
Do it.
We'll see. So you all go to the store. All doors have a bell attached to them in this universe. I'm realizing I was about to describe their shop door. I'm like, the bell dings as you walk through. But you go in and you see a much burlier version, what it looks like, of Craig. Real broad-shouldered, hair like cropped short, big like bushy beard, and he kind of looks at you like, I can't do the same voice. I don't think I could do that voice deep. I think that's just like the idea that voice just like thrives on being high pitched and warbly. I don't think I can do that deep. So he's
You
just
know
gonna,
what? I think it should be a broader, like thicker, more muscular Craig with the same high pitched voice.
Just give it a shot. Do
Just do Craig.
Just do
Just
Craig.
Yeah, do Craig and then bring it down.
Oh, well, you must be the people from Mars. My name's Barner, and welcome to my store. Yes, as my brother, who shamelessly left home and left me, his only brother, to run the family business after our dear father died, to manage with all these fairies. You know, the fairies.
Thanks for dumping your family problems on us there, buddy.
I don't see people very often, so it's kind of what I do.
It's okay.
So I'll lay it out short for you. Yeah, we've been having problems with, they've been scaring off, we've been having, the fairies have been preventing us from, hunting in our normal area. I guess they take offense to us, I'm gonna try this one more time. One more time. Interfering with the natural order of things. I guess that's what they sent us a note, which was brought in by an owl, but we tried to shoot it, but then it disappeared and it turned into mist, and then I was like, oh, well, it was a magical owl. So, yeah, that happened. I think they're stopping us from hunting, and that's kind of like putting a bummer on our operation here. So we were hoping to, we heard about y'all because Craig called home with the fax machine. He sent us a fax saying we are doing real good here, and I don't need you or your bumpkin ways to be successful. Unlike Dad said. And I'm really unloading a lot of familial baggage on y'all. I'm realizing. I'm sorry for that. It's a character flaw. If I had a character sheet, it'd probably be listed under that section.
It's okay, and I will give him a brotherly pat on the shoulder.
I really appreciate that. I feel a real kinship with you. I don't know if it's because you two have a mighty fine beard that is proudly displayed. But
I just show him the gif of Zuko going, "That's rough, buddy."
I like in this universe that Avatar: The Last Airbender still exists completely as it is.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, of course.
Oh, exactly as it is. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. Yes.
I want to ask. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, he
he
turned his attention to you. You're good.
Okay. Barner?
Yeah, that's my
Barner's his
name.
name?
That's the
Barner?
name my mother and father gave me. Not that my
Barner.
worthless brother Craig would care.
Do you still have the note that the Fae sent you? You still have that note?
Well, I actually do, I think. Missy, and his what you presume is his wife, comes in from the other room, and she he kind of says, "Would you bring that paper that the smoke owl kind of left?" And his wife comes in and gives a paper, and he here. I can't, it just says that, I don't know, I hunt stuff. And he hands it over to you.
Sure. I'm gonna go ahead and check that out a little later, probably, and just hang on to it in case it gives us any more details about what the Fae's actual problem with the poor Eulenbergers is.
Okay, so you actually want to read it?
Yeah, I was gonna say if we're being asked to come out here and as
I didn't know if you had that prepped or not, so I was.
Yeah, I can wing it. I have an idea of what it says.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. So I'll read it.
Yeah,
I'll read it just
to
make sure I have an idea.
Okay. It says, Foolish Eulenberger clan, You must be.
Sorry, I love it. No, keep going. Don't
I'm
mind
doing
me.
it in the voice of what I presumed is
Do it.
Faye. That is.
I love it. No, I love it. Go.
Foolish Udenberger clan, you have encroached upon our territory for the last time. Cease your culling of the wildlife in our sector, or you just should be forced to. He's gonna.
Yeah.
You might. I'm just picturing the. Do you all remember the old claymation Christmas movies?
Yes.
Like I'm picturing the attendant to the Burgermeister from the one. He's like, that's basically what I'm picturing, but with like a curly mustache instead.
Yeah.
You shall pay the consequences that will be most dire. Signed, sincerely, yours in service, Archduke. Name. None of your business of the woods.
There you go.
Just Archduke of the Woods. Let's go with that.
Archduke of the southeast sector. Quadrant B.
That's fascinating. Okay.
I love it.
I was gonna say Archduke Nunya, but you know.
How about Archduke Nuna?
Nuna. Got
Nuna,
it.
that's
Perfect.
his name.
I love workshopping on the fly. We got this.
Well, I think you always get like much more like invested names that way that sometimes and like because like I put all like I had like name for like Captain Tequila and you all just completely went a different direction. And I was like, okay, Captain Tequila, it is.
It's the Barry Blue Jeans example.
Yeah, exactly.
Sildar who? Yeah.
I'm not calling him that. All right, his name's fucking Barry Blue Jeans then.
Yeah.
That's how the best
Perfect.
name.
Okay.
All right. Yes. Signed in yours service, air quotes, Archduke Nuna of the southeast sector, quadrant B. And
Right.
yeah, there's a whole lot of fancy flowery words that I don't quite know. I don't know anything about no quadrants. I just know that we have been going out into different parts of the woods because we were kind of over. We don't, you don't. They say you don't shit where you eat, right? So we can't kill everything. We can't just hunt in one area. That's bad. But I guess we wandered in their territory. Now they're all pissed at us, real sore with us. So you see, we're kind of in a pickle here, Miss.
Now, is there somewhere else that you could go hunt?
Well, we thought of that, but now they've kind of just made it their own personal. Hold on, give me a minute. Vendetta to personally get in our way of our business and our trade, and frankly, I think that's just frankly rude, and it's really I do not appreciate their business acumen. I think I love Barner almost as much as I love Craig.
Honestly, if Missy didn't come up with the same kind of accent, but in a lady's, in a lady's tone for you, like high pitched, I would be sorely disappointed.
Well, I didn't want to. I just didn't feel like having a conversation between myself and myself, so I just kind of had her come in and drop off the paper.
It's all good. It's all good. All right. It is 8:30, so
yes.
Let's just make sure everyone's still on board.
I was thinking that this would probably. I think that's probably a good stopping point. I think we're just before an hour. I think that's typically how we've been going. We do our first episode is usually a little longer, and our second one is a little shorter because I'm bad at time management. So yeah, that is going to be our episode, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you give us a like on your podcasting app of choice. We are on iTunes, Spotify, and Stitcher. And, make sure you follow us on YouTube at Bratcat Media. And we stream our Dungeons & Dragons game every other Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we stream other times, too. I know we're still got some stuff in the works with getting some other stuff here. I know that Fuzz is going to be streaming some video games here coming soon. I think should be streaming Shadowlands, hopefully, on the 23rd.
Yeah, I'm going to try to I'm gonna try to do the beginning of Shadowlands tomorrow if I can.
Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, so Brat Cat Media exclusive coverage of World of Warcraft Shadowlands. So, but yes, do all of those things. We appreciate each and every one of you that gives us a listen to our humble show. It is a work in progress, and I think it's really turned into something that we're all really proud of, and we appreciate your support as our listeners. So until next time, stay classy, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.